Welcome to day one of the 3-day seminar organized by SET Foundation, titled From School to CEO. My name is Favour, Nheachika, Amusonu, the CEO of SET Foundation, and I will be taking up this day one with the topic Skill Development for Success, Paving Your Path from School to CEO. Let's look at a little bit of statistics. Statistics shows that over 60% of Nigerian graduates face unemployment or underemployment due to skill mismatches. A survey carried out by SET Foundation shows that 90% of the people in this country complain about unemployment are those who have refused to leverage skill and have decided to wait for white-collar job their whole life. The big question is, do you as a student with potential want to be part of this 90%? It's so funny that what we consider in our country today as being employed is actually when you work as a civil servant or in the oil and gas sector. But do you know that outside the country, a supermarket attendant is considered employed? Besides, you've been hearing the word skill. What then is a skill? A skill is any ability or expertise that can be applied to solve a problem, perform a task, or create value. This definition highlights that a skill isn't just about doing something, it's about using that ability purposefully to produce a result, especially in solving real life problems or meeting needs. In the Nigerian setting back then and some areas currently, whenever I talk about skill, what comes to people's mind is handwork, like repairing cars, generators, tailoring, etc. But not to wow you, skill has evolved from that. We now have digital skills like graphic design, coding, digital marketing, etc. We have soft skills like communication, leadership, problem solving, adaptability. We have entrepreneurial skills like business planning, financial literacy, customer service. So you can see we now have a vast range of skill that you as a student can fit in. Students in most communities are being given the option to choose between either learning a skill or going to school, which is very wrong. What stops them from learning or from achieving both? And some parents have conned their children brain to think that education is the key to success. Why this is not wrong? It is being misunderstood by the youth of this generation. Let me give you a scenario that best explains this concept. There's a certain room, and that room is filled with staircase. The room is being secured by a door which is locked. The last stairs in the room is called success. Now the question is, how can you achieve the height of success in the room? First, you need to unlock the door, securing the room with a key. That key using unlocking the door is what we refer to as education. After unlocking the door, you won't just fly to success. You will need to step on each stairs before getting to the last stairs, which is success. Each of these stairs represents something. The first stair, skill. The second stair, hard work. The third one, determination, and so on. So you need to step on all of these first before you can finally get to success. For a man to be successful, he must have passed through these stages. So whenever you hear education is the key to success, this is actually what it means. Now, education in this context could be formal or informal. Let me give you a real life scenario. A first class graduate without practical skills and a second class graduate proficient in digital marketing both went to look for a job in a company. In today's world, who truly stands a better chance in getting the job, assuming there's only one vacancy? Of course, the second guy stands a better chance because he made sure he didn't skip any step while moving in the direction of success. The first guy, which is the first class graduate, unlocked the door to success via education stepped on different stairs like determination, hard work, and got to the second to the last stairs, which is skill, and then decided to skip. How then can he be able to step on success? This is a question she asked herself. Whereas the second guy unlocked the door to success, which is education, stepped on all the stairs, including the second to the last stair, which is skill, and finally success. So don't say, oh, because I'm in school I can't learn a skill. Of course, it's true that degree open doors, but skill determines sustainability. Skill is a tool used to combat unemployment and foster entrepreneurship. That's why you see people who aren't educated but have only skill surviving and even making millions in our present day economy. Talk more of combining these two elements, skill and education. There's currently a shift towards a skill-based economy worldwide. So as a student, I will advise you, go learn a skill. Any skill of your choice. I, as a speaker, I currently have more than 5 skills. I might not have the time to talk about skills or skill selection principle, but you can always reach out to me after this seminar for more value. Do you know that with just a skill, you can become your own CEO and won't bother looking for a job after school? Making reference to my personal life, from my secondary school days, I've already decided I want to build up my own brand. I want to work for myself. I don't want to work for anyone, which I know most of you have such mindset already. But the question is, what are you doing to achieve that? Is this when you finish school you start planning your life? Your life starts immediately you are done writing WAEC. At that point, what you should start thinking about is, how can I be independent? What can I do to live the life I've ever wanted? Or is it when I graduate from the university, when people are already looking up to me, I'll start planning my life? I learned my first skill during my GSS3 holiday. The second one was after WAEC, and then the next day I road jump, after which I learned another skill. And that was how I kept on learning several skills. And then most people say, Favour, you're everywhere. Is there anything you don't know? And then I smile. That's because I knew what I wanted at an early stage. Some people might say they don't have, or they don't come from a well-to-do family who will pay for all these skills. But let me tell you something. Out of all the skills I have, my parents only paid for one, because they knew it was related to my course, which is computer engineering. So they needed me to have an insight in the practical experience in hardware and software maintenance before I actually entered the university. That was a skill I learned after my jam. The other skills I started exploring, making research and trying to develop on my own. Few, I got them perfectly. Leveraged them and got the money to pay for more skills and extra coaching. So it's not all about having a sponsor, it's about starting somewhere. I'm not trying to encroach other speakers' topic, but I'm trying to establish the transition blueprint from school to CEO, which is the central theme for this seminar. The point is, you don't have to wait until you graduate before you can start thinking of what to do with your life. Building as a student is much easier than building after graduation. Check out the likes of Juna Emmanuel, a graduate of mechanical engineering, a digital marketer, speaker, etc. This guy makes some of your parents' annual salary in just a month. How? He doesn't work for any company that pay him. He works for himself. He identified his goal, learned skills, and leveraged it. And today, as a graduate, he isn't looking for a white collar job. You can search him up on Google. Another person I'll be making reference to is Christian Diamond, thank God, the CEO of Creative and Studio. Currently a student of computer engineering, but already doing well and earning what some graduates with the white collar job. And he planned his life on time, set goals, learned a skill which is animation, which has given him the opportunity to interface with foreign clients today, something some white collar job can't do for you. When we say learn a skill, we aren't scrapping, because we know what the world needs right now. Building a brand or business while still in school should be one of your to-do list. Do you know it's easy to build your brand while in school. Reason because it gives you the opportunity to network, where you can utilize the school community to grow clientele. Growing your community, more days are coming, and if the workload is becoming much, you employ other students to work for you, manage others, ensure client satisfaction. That way you've built a reputable brand and now a CEO. At times you might face challenges like limited resources, societal expectations, academic pressures. At that point, you have to learn time management techniques. Learn how to seek mentorship and guidance. Those people you look up to, learn how they manage such or overcame such, and then make use of online resources and communities. Applying all of this, you can achieve the transition blueprint, moving from school to CEO. I'll be open to questions. If you have any, simply text me on WhatsApp via the number on the screen and I will respond to your questions. Also text me if you need guidance and mentorship on how to go about all of this. My name remains Favour Nheachika. I'm the CEO of Set Foundation.